think it's absolutely essential that children are outside so that they get exercise and fresh air.
She's genuinely interested in flowers, in plants, in animals.
They know that when they come here that they are getting a lot of fresh air, they're getting a lot of outdoor play, interacting with other children and such like, so I think it's one of the really more positive aspects.
I think play's great for learning because I think they're learning without really realising they're learning, so it's kind of making it enjoyable. I definitely think he's learnt a lot through playing outside here.
From the moment I started working with young children over 30 years ago, they convinced me of the vital importance of learning and playing and talking and moving in a well-organised, stimulating outdoor environment. I saw how being outdoors actually affects children's behaviour. Frantic children calmed down, sad children cheered up, lonely children made friends. Children who were lethargic became curious and started asking questions. Children who were apathetic started to persevere and set and solve their own problems. And tired children sprang into lively action. I have been campaigning ever since to give all children in group settings the chance to choose where they learn best and feel life in every limb. The special nature of outdoors is why, come rain or shine, wind, frost or snow, children need to know that they are free to go outside in all weathers, for long periods every day and throughout the year.
I know it's not a gigantic, huge space that we've got, but providing lots of activities in that space, they do get a chance to, like you said, run around and things like that, and they really enjoy being out, just outside.
The unplanned activities, there's lots of spontaneity there for the childminders, and they make really good use of any weather conditions, whether it's raining and they can explore the water in the puddles, or whether it's snowing.
I feel that the children have had a wonderful experience outside. I feel that a lot of their learning is done on a grander scale.
The children love being outside, getting one-to-one with the animals, coming and feeding them, cleaning them out, take on board responsibilities all round in all roundabout ways.
All children have the right to experience and enjoy the essential and special nature of being outdoors. Young children thrive and their minds and bodies develop best when they have the choice of being indoors or out. When they have free access to stimulating outdoor learning environments where they can play and have experiences that are meaningful to them. Of course, knowledgeable and enthusiastic adults are crucial if the full potential of the outdoor environment is to be realised. So good early years practice and high quality outdoor play is possible in any setting with committed staff and direct access to the outside. With that in mind, core values for outdoor play have been devised as signposts to good quality. Young children should be outdoors as much as indoors and need a well-designed, well-organised, integrated indoor-outdoor environment. Play is the most important activity for young children outside. Outdoor provision can and must offer young children experiences which have a lot of meaning to them and are led by the child. Young children need all the adults around them to understand why outdoor play provision is essential for them, and adults who are committed and able to make its potential available to them. The outdoor space and curriculum must harness the special nature of outdoors to offer children what the indoors cannot. This should be the focus for outdoor provision, complementing and extending provision outdoors. Outdoors should be a dynamic, flexible and versatile place where children can choose, create, change and be in charge of their play environment. Young children must have a rich outdoor environment full of irresistible stimuli, contexts for play, exploration and talk, plenty of real experiences and contact with the natural world and with the community. Young children should have long periods of time outside. They need to know that they can be outside every day, when they want to, and that they can develop their ideas for play over time. Young children need challenge and risk within a framework of security and safety. The outdoor environment lends itself to offering challenge, helping children learn how to be safe and be aware of others. Outdoor provision must support inclusion and meet the needs of individuals, offering a diverse range of play-based experiences. Young children should participate in decisions and actions affecting their outdoor play. There are many different routes into successful provision for outdoor play, and enthusiasm among practitioners is high. In fact, when asked in a recent survey, an overwhelming 98.5% of practitioners said that outdoor provision was essential or important. Only 3 practitioners thought it was not very important, and none felt that it was not important at all. The reality of creating such a provision may seem quite daunting at first, especially if you have limited or poor quality space, difficult access to outdoor areas, or financial constraints. You may feel unsure about what changes will be needed, or uncertain of gaining parental understanding and support. But experience has shown that outdoor play is possible in any early years setting, and the most limited spaces can offer children wonderful experiences.
I think the main difficulties that we actually faced was our plans exceeded the money that we'd been given the grant. But it didn't take us long to get over that, to be fair, because we just kept getting on the telephone, ringing people up. If people said somebody had something, they didn't want it, you know, we was quite open and cheeky, really, I think, and we went and begged and borrowed it from them.
We purchased some equipment that was lightweight, portable, and easily set up, quite quickly set up, that we could take to the parks and the local areas. With the help of the community as well, these areas became quite accessible to us.
The area that I'm stood in at the moment was overgrown with trees, shrubs, weeds, and we looked at this and thought this would be an ideal place for us to develop as an outdoor play area. We then decided, how were we going to do it? So we fundraised by having a book stall, cake stalls, pampered chef parties, various things like that to raise the money.
This video seeks to show you the things that early years providers from all over the country thought about and did to be successful in their outdoor provision. We'll show you how, starting perhaps from similar difficulties to those you are facing, you too can begin developing your outdoor provision. Because it's not just children that enjoy benefiting from outdoor play.
The children got such a joy from our growing of our vegetables and herb garden, the sensory garden, and we've learned with them because we weren't all expert gardeners. I mean, we had a learning curve with our beans, and so together we've enjoyed the experience.
If they're getting more out of it, then you get more out of it. When you see them enjoying themselves and being like wanting to like be curious about all different things that are happening in garden, why leaves are changing and things like that, and that makes you want to do activities like that. It's good.
The staff maintain their enthusiasm if they're involved, and you know, if it's the same areas, if you had a slide there and they just stand there monitoring the slide, they just wouldn't get that. We wouldn't get those interactions with the children.
Once you have made the decision to develop an aspect of outdoor provision, stop and look carefully at what happens now. Take time to find out the feelings of staff, children and parents. Spend time observing and reflecting together in order to get a good picture of the current situation and what can be tackled effectively. When you start to build your understanding and vision of what you want your outdoor provision to look and feel like, keep the children at the heart of your thinking. Start from the child's need and aim to create an environment for child-led learning by involving them every step of the way.
We can see developments through into the older children and their involvement in their school, and it becomes their school and it becomes the parents' school, and they all feel that they have an influence in its development.
We had a rough plan of what we wanted, had some discussions with the children, things that they'd like to see. The children did some drawings and of bird feeders and plants and vegetable plots and things like that. And then it just kind of went from there.
Meeting together and planning all the different areas, you could see where they were going. Also having the children involved, having them in the garden, saying where do you think, the raised flower beds and things should go, and helping them create them as well. It really did evolve like that.
When you do make a start, work on something manageable. Don't be daunted by the size of the task. By taking one small step, the next one feels much easier. And instead of waiting for large amounts of money, you can build confidence and motivation by starting with something you can do now. Everyone can improve some aspect of what they have.
We had to think about ways of getting the children to the park and all the equipment that we had to take. So we looked into some kind of wheeled trolley that we could take. When we looked into the catalogues, all the plastic ones were not going to be of any beneficial, and I came up with the idea of perhaps a garden trolley.
We started creating areas, and then we were saying to the children, it would be really nice for parents to come and help paint us. If any child knew of a parent that could use a paintbrush, to bring them along. And to be honest, a lot of the parents came to us once the children had gone home and mentioned that. A lot of the parents actually came back to us and said, "Oh, you're having a painting party, can I put my name down?" And so it just snowballed from there, really.
Developing outdoor provision is an ongoing process, but some aspects cannot be done overnight. However, small changes make a surprising difference. Developing your practice and increasing your understanding of how young children think and learn are just as important as making physical changes. In fact, they go hand in hand. Believing in what you are doing and being able to tell others is your greatest tool. It may have taken a while, but you can do it.
We just worked very, very hard with parents, people of the community, and we got our lovely outdoor play area.
We kept a diary. We had a daily diary, took photographs of the work as it progressed. We consulted with parents' ideas. Some parents actually donated some tools and outdoor equipment.
We had lots of meetings initially to decide what developments we was going to try and achieve in the garden. Different staff members taking different areas, meeting together and discussing them. We had really lots and lots of discussions about it.
Involving all your staff, parents, and especially your children during this planning stage will make your project much more successful, and the benefits will go far beyond the actual physical developments you make. There are many organisations and advisors able and willing to offer help. Take the time to find out about them and ask for their support. And remember to make plans for maintenance and think about how you will be able to sustain developments after they've been made.
It has changed quite dramatically in the 2 years, and it will change, it'll keep changing. And that's mainly because the enthusiasm of the staff is what, parents have shown an interest. We've had local artists come in and, developed our caterpillar.
You have to actually do something before they realise that there's a need for involvement. And also you have to be fairly brazen about involving parents. You have to actually say, would you mind coming and painting a wall? And they'll say, I can't do it on Tuesday, but how about Friday? And you say, that's fine. So you actually have to keep asking. I think that's the thing.
Part of my role here is chair of the PTA, and we've been supporting it through the funding. And I'm hoping that if they can develop it more with tree planting and other areas, that the children can appreciate their whole school and not just the fact that it's where they come to learn their maths and English.
We managed to procure all sorts of resources from parents, even grandparents, when people are clearing out their houses. They've given us all sorts of things. I think staff used their resources, their personal resources very well as well. So I think funding isn't really an issue. I think if you've got the enthusiasm and you can actually phone up people and beg and borrow, and that's what we've done all the way along.
When looking for local advisors and organisations to help you, look for those who are good at working with young children and will involve them in the process. You may not need as much money as you thought. Asking for donations or support can be very successful once you get the hang of it.
Money was the problem because there was never enough. And for instance, we needed a liner for our pond. And we got quite brazen by this point, so we just phoned somebody up and said, would you like to give us one? And the managing director of a garden centre said, yes, no problem, just write me a nice letter, which we did, of course, and he sent it. So we just tackled each problem as it came.
We tidy up the leaves, the sand, clean the stones, the children do weaving in and out, we decorate the trees, we just make sure it's nice and tidy for them.
Involving parents, carers, grandparents and the children in every step may slow down the developments you're making, but there's so much to be gained. It's well worth the effort and can make the whole process really enjoyable.
I don't mind Oliver getting wet and muddy. I kind of think that's what boys in general and all children do. I think that's part of growing up and learning, to be able to get muddy and jump around. I've never been one of those mums that says don't get muddy and keep your clothes clean. I think that's what we have washing machines for.
We were told never dress your child in anything nice because they will get messy, and if they don't come home messy then they haven't had a good day, and we're a firm believer in that.
No matter how small your first developments are, take time to enjoy and celebrate them with the children, their parents and anyone else involved in making it happen. Take pleasure in your achievements.
I think Luke probably wants to go outside more now. When he comes home, he wants to go in the back garden and play more. I think he's more confident. I think it's helping his walking as well, just by enjoying, by being outside. I think he's loving it.
It has given her confidence. She loves it here so much because she has that freedom of play, whereas a lot of places you don't necessarily get that, but she does have that here.
Alongside this, reflect on how well it is working and what impact the changes have had on both children and staff. Ask the parents how the changes have affected them and their children.
Claire, who comes here now, was quite shy, but she's come out a lot now. She's very good when we go to see other places that have animals, so she's good with that, whereas before she'd be quite shy.
I think she's benefited particularly from the kind of outdoor play that's here, because it's all about natural things, and I think that's very important.
The successes of your first small step may well make you want to take another, possibly larger step. What you have learned from making this development will help you think future steps through. And if things aren't working as well as intended, don't give up. Think positively about what else might work.
Remember the things that you used to do and enjoy when you were a child. You don't need to have expensive equipment. You don't need to have the latest climbing frames, the latest bikes. It's all about getting down to nature, using what resources you've got.
Oh, go for it. Doesn't matter how long it takes. You can do an awful lot very cheaply if you try. Just pick up a phone and ask somebody for something that you need. Have an overall plan, but just set off and go, and it will happen.
Just do it. Just do it. Believe in yourself and believe in the children.
Some aspects of developing your outdoor play may seem like a daunting task, but every early years practitioner wants to do the best for the children in their care. Doing nothing is not an option, because outdoors is a key element in children's environment, affecting their learning, their health, their well-being and their all-round development. Developing high-quality outdoor provision is a long-term commitment, whether it's getting a whole area redesigned, getting a new sand pit, making a digging area, providing a place for birds and mini-beasts, or changing an aspect of your practice. Every one of your team needs to be on board and have a clear and agreed vision of where they're going. But it's best tackled one small step at a time. Once you've made a start, the rest will follow on as you are ready, and it's important to enjoy and benefit from each step as you go. Positive thinking might be vital to overcome some of the difficulties you face, but working on them, achieving and celebrating can be a wonderful way to bring your team together. Above all, remember that how you and the children use your space matters more than the size or nature of the space itself. This film has shown how many inspired and committed early years practitioners all over the UK have successfully made more of their outdoor play. We hope that it has convinced you that you can too.
Whatever your setting, wherever you are, Learning Through Landscapes can help you improve outdoor play at your setting with confidence. Learning Through Landscapes, or LTL, is the National School Grounds charity, campaigning for positive outdoor learning and play experiences for all children in education and childcare. Since 1990, LTL has been undertaking research and evaluation, developing innovative projects and programs, and providing training and support to raise awareness of the special nature of the outdoors. Today, early years communities and those working on their behalf turn to LTL for guidance in developing and implementing improvements outside for the benefit of young children. LTL has been involved in the production of more than 100 high-quality publications, including books, videos and teaching resources. All are designed to help schools and early years settings realise the full potential of the outdoors, for healthy exercise, creative play, learning and making friends, and for putting children in touch with the natural world. For further details of the work of Learning Through Landscapes, please visit our website at www.ltl.org.uk or call us on 01962 845 811.